Hi kids! So today I wanted to go over your pandemic journal with you today. Ooh, I said today way too many times. But that's what we're doing. Alright, on March 19th I went ahead and posted this. However, we were still on that edge between spring break and actually being in school, or what we should have been in school the 23rd. Well, what I want to go through today is explain why we are doing this. So, in this little short thing here, I wrote throughout history, the best accounts of information that we have are from people that lived through them. And I wanted to say that this was your chance to be a record or keep a record about how you feel, and you are becoming primary source. But now that I look back at it, a lot of you probably don't know what a primary source is. So, what is a primary source? A primary source is a document or firsthand account that is direct evidence of an object of study. You all are teenagers living through the middle of a humongous health crisis that has impacted nations all over the world. People all over the world are going through this with you. You writing how you feel during this time, explaining what you have seen or done, what your community has seen or done, what it's like living in the middle of this pandemic, all of that is a primary source because you are directly experiencing it. It isn't secondhand, it isn't from someone later down the line that is looking back at this time and writing it over again. As you write your journal, you are writing day by day or at least twice a week, which is twice to three times a week. Okay, y'all? That's my expectation. You are writing about how you feel, what you're seeing, how you're reacting. That is so important, not only because you get to express yourself and it is meeting some of the criteria for our learning targets, but because as a individual you'll be able to look back at this later in time, and if you ever choose to do so you could share this with historians, anthropologists, or sociologists who study people and look at how such a grand pandemic impacted the nation or people as a whole. Okay, so what I really want you to take from this is you are a primary source, but just because you're a primary source does not mean you need to write academically. Write as you would normally write. Write about your emotions, write about how you're feeling, what you're doing, what you've seen, heard. You could use pictures, you could use memes, you can use photos of articles, photos that you've taken. Just explain to me what is going on in your everyday life. Now, I wanted to give you an example of what this type of journal looks like. So if we were to click on this little link here, it would take you to my example of the pandemic journal. So I am just writing to things as I experience them. On the 17th, which was 2 days before I posted the assignment, so I do not expect you to go all the way back to that date, I wrote about how the governor had just announced that we would no longer have school for the rest of the year. And this was my reaction to that. The following day, on the 18th, I woke up to several memes on social media about how there's not any toilet paper. And this short segment was me explaining the memes, really. It it doesn't seem like it would be have a lot to do with the pandemic, but at the same time, that's what's happening in my everyday life. On the 19th, I explained that my wedding would probably be canceled because of, well, the pandemic, of the health virus and the issues. I went ahead and posted a meme again that said at least I won't have to dance in front of 100 people. No one will know I'm a terrible dancer. Alright? I'm really using photos and images to express myself in a way that I may not have been able to express myself through just words. For example, on the 20th, I wrote about a nightmare I had where I was running away from something that looked like Jabba the Hutt in an Indiana Jones style fashion. That is me creating an image in your mind. Once again, did that have anything to do with the pandemic? Probably not. But that's how I'm feeling, and it's really just me keeping a journal of everything and anything at once. All right, we continue, more memes. And I guess the very last day, I was comparing everything to the Metro North Mall, which is a mall that recently got demolished. It was completely abandoned here in Kansas City. So, once again, probably didn't have much to do with the pandemic, but I did relate it back to how everything looked abandoned. This is all you writing how you feel, what you're doing, and how the people around you are reacting. If you want to tell me about something that's happening in Italy where they're bolting doors together or locked shut, do that. Just explain to me what's going on in your everyday life, how you're reacting. That's the goal of the assignment. So I just spent 5 minutes of your life, or a little bit more of that, explaining this, which I probably didn't need to if you read it. So thanks for your time, guys, and have a great day.